And welcome back, everybody. It has been a minute, but I would like to welcome all of you back to the last season of Surviving the Dawn. This promises to be the exciting part. It's only about 16 episodes, but this is where we finally see where Aloy where Aloy ends up, and we finally unravel the final mysteries to her life and where she belongs, and to also um, deal with the big bad as well. So, yes, very excited for this third and final season of Surviving Horizon Zero Dawn. And depending on how everything goes, there might be another surviving uh, Horizon Zero Dawn, but a little bit later, and that would be the sequel. But we'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, so just so that you guys get the gist of everything, what we are planning to do is to have 2 episodes going per week. So the first episode is airing on a Thursday, and then the second one will be going on Monday. So for Surviving Horizon Zero Dawn, we will be doing that basically. I'll be showing an episode on Monday and then on Thursday. Once everything is done, then we are going to then basically go to the final season of Star Trek. To spoil it, so finally you'll be seeing the ending of my playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition as well. So just so that all of you know how this is going to work, is that I'm actually not playing and voice-overing at the same time. What I'm doing is I'm just saying what is happening and trying to make it as surprising as possible, because to be quite honest, I did the footage for this playthrough in 2021. It is currently 2025 while I'm doing this voiceover. It's been 4 years. I have no cooking clue where we are and what I'm currently doing. So that is where we are at the moment. We are just following Aloy, and hopefully with the surprises that I will be coming up with now, that'll help you. I also can't remember any of the names of these machines. All I can remember is we are trying to deal with the big bad. There is some kind of, I'm assuming, computer virus that is making all these robots deranged. And we are trying to piece together what actually happened. And if I'm not mistaken, nearing the end of season 2, Aloy found out that that there was a virus that probably took over the entire AI. So we're talking about Terminator level shit right here. And we were also finding out because, look, Aloy doesn't know about our society, as in the present society that we are living in at the moment. So for all she knows, it's been tribing and everything like that. So what is currently happening is Aloy is finding out that there used to be a world before this. And we're finding out from our perspective that some crazy shit has happened to this world. It is actually the future of what we are experiencing at the moment. Nearby. So we think that this is years ago. At first we thought this was years ago, but it actually isn't. This is a few hundred years in the future. So we're in one of these American cities. I think it's Seattle, Washington. I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, don't quote me on that. So what we're doing now is we are trying to get ourselves ready. As you can see, there's a shiny thing on Aloy's right. If you don't know the the game, this is for you, what I'm about to say. If you know this game, awesome. So Aloy has something called a focus next to her. It's that blue disc over there. And this is giving her pictures and electronic write-ups about what is happening. It's also helping her, as you can see, the wireframe, it's also helping her detect machines. Now in this world there are different machines that obviously the AI has created, and something's gone awry because these metal machines are basically like the animals that we have over here, only metallic. So now Aloy, from what I can see now, is going to something called a
Signals
cauldron.
around here somewhere.
So her focus has picked up a signal from one of these cauldrons. Now cauldrons are what Aloy needs to go into in order to unlock special abilities, in order to control different machines. So she's able to,
Need them soon enough.
for lack of a better word, hack into these animals. But when we first start, we can't really hack into every animal. We are able to, I think, hack into watchers. My opinion are the ones that you have to watch out for, because they detect us and, you know, signal to the rest of the animals that they must kick our ass. So we can, at the beginning, we are able to hack those. Okay, now as we are moving from one cauldron to another, we are unlocking hacking abilities for other animals. Now there are many robot animals, as you can see probably on the map as well. We have watchers, we have what's those big ones, the two main ones, behemoths or juggernauts, I can't remember, and then these gigantic birds. I try and dodge the big ones at the moment, or completely, because those are the ones that get to kill us, basically. Alright, so as you can see, we're trying to strategize and see where we need to go next. And as you can see, we have flagged our next cauldron that we're going to go to, but we need to figure out how we are going to get there, number one. And number two, we need to try and figure out what is, the machines that are surrounding that place. Now, my playthrough, I tried to be as stealthy as possible. You can actually fight through, although do it at your own risk, because you can get owned by these robots. These machines are crazy strong. Some of them are crazy strong. But going through these thickets now, you tend to hide from these robots, and you can either hack them or you can disable them and get their machine parts. Now, before we go into the cauldron, it looks like I've decided to go to a campsite that's close to the cauldron. Now, these campsites are the save points. So, if we get there and something bad does happen to us, we can respawn over there, number one. And number two, we can fast travel to these areas. So, if we want to come back later, we go to that thing. Now, we can only fast travel there if we actually get to those that campfire. Now I can hear in the distance that we have some machines, so we have to be careful. Now, if Aloy is outside of the thicket, it does form a problem. Oh, bush pig, boom. Okay, you can get its felt and some meat over there can help us with the currencies around here. So if Aloy is sneaking outside of those thickets, those machines are going to see us. That's why she has to be as stealthy as possible. Alright, so we got to our campfire, and now it's time to make a move around. Aloy is also picking up these herds that she's going to use to, like, if she gets into a heck of a trouble, then she can use it to heal. Also, you'll see that there are some other things that you can pick up. Those things are for different purposes, like making bows and making arrows for her bow and arrow, which is one of the main weapons that she has. She does have other weapons as well, tripwires and all of that. So as you can see over here, we have 3 skill points. Now what we use those skill points for is to upgrade Aloy's different abilities. So we have ammo craft, as you can see over there, which means that you can craft better ammo and more effective ammo. So we're going to take that. You can see all the different things. She can upgrade her weapons as well using those upgrade things. She gets different boxes, and in those boxes are different items that you can either sell for equipment, or she can use it to craft new things. And she can craft basically, and the ridgewood is probably one of the main things that she uses to make the arrows. Now you can see that the waypoint, or the point of interest, is a few meters away, and you can see that that yellow thing was around. That helps us to know that that is the area that we need to look at. You can see that there are so many different animals that we have over there. Now you'll notice that some of them look the same, only some of them have this red aura about them, and those auras are basically corrupted versions of these machines. So we've seen most of them already, but there are some that still have a question mark. We have the Watcher. As I said, those are the ones that you sort of have to watch out where they are, because they do signal, they can signal our friends around. So now you can see that we have, I have no idea what that is, but that was not a good idea, and Aloy has to make sure that she hits that thing before it goes around. It looks like it's a... Okay, whatever it was, it is over, I think. Oh no, there's another one. Okay, so now we change to a staff, and we need to make sure that, so you can see that Aloy can also do that, and she takes that one out. Okay, it seems that those things are ones that we recently run into. And these guys are seriously, they sort of have like a cloaking device that doesn't help us, as you can see. So I have to heal up. Cauldron Zeta is a bit of a problem, but don't worry. Okay, you can see that his cloaking device is short-circuited. So I'm taking this bastard out. There we go. Oh yeah. And you know, the nice thing about killing these things is we get to scavenge and take some things that we can either sell or we can upgrade. Some of the stuff is actually quite useful, so I usually try and take a look at, see what it is, and then we do the tripwire. So that red thing on the left hand side is sort of these things way of here's a watcher. There we go. So yes, so the those red things are is one of the ways that those crafty buggers can actually detect us. Sometimes you have to disable them. I can't remember how you disable them, but I can tell you now that we're at a level now that we can take them down with relative ease. Right. So now we seem to have taken out a lot of them around there. The concern that I have is that there's one watcher, and usually watchers don't just rock around just as one. Usually they hunt in packs in a way and spread themselves out. So we might find that there are other watchers around, so we have to be very careful. Okay, so the thing that we're going to do now is, this cauldron's name is Cauldron Zeta. Now Cauldron Zeta will have certain coding in it that will allow us to hack a certain group of of robots. We don't know what it is, so we're gonna find out what it is when we get into Cauldron Zeta. But like I said, you have to be very careful. So Aloy is going to use her focus, not his focus. And we're going to look around and see if there are any other watches around. It doesn't look like it, which is very strange, very interesting. Okay, you'll see that there's an eye symbol over there. Usually tells us, oh, there is a watch over here though. Maybe those things took out the watches. They're called stalkers. Okay. Those things that nearly took us out are known as stalkers. Now, stalkers, as you can see, are quite the predators because they do cloak themselves. And those red little lights that you saw on the grass, yeah, that's the way that these things see us. Now, we need to figure out how to get into this cauldron. This cauldron looks like it's shielded off, so there must be an access point somewhere around here. So we're gonna have to look around. Sometimes it is just sometimes it's trial and error, sometimes it's not, but I can definitely tell that we do need to make our way somewhere. Okay, so there are places that we can actually get up. As you can see, there are some ledges that Aloy can go up, and that usually gives us an idea of where we need to go. And sometimes we just need to run and jump. Can we do it? Oh, there we go. Well, we didn't really run and jump now, did we? Okay, and usually these ledges are here, earmarked for us to make it easier for us to walk around. There's the watcher that
Lucky
we
me.
took out. Okay, it looks like there's an opening over there. And usually with these cauldrons, you need to actually find openings, and you can see Aloy has found a place, and she's going to now hack into the doorway and make her way through. Now, the law for these cauldrons is that there are places where we basically there were old places for the old ones, I guess, if you can call them that, to I don't know what the cauldrons are actually, but I know that they are there, and they are specifically designed to help us out, I guess, override and hack into these systems. So the more we do, the better for us. Remember that our focus is key, because we get to see things that other people do not see. In Season 2, we have managed to befriend somebody who knows a lot about the focuses that we have. And I can't remember the name of the guy, but he is the late great character that usually plays these characters. And he passed away between Season 2 and Season 3 of this playthrough. So I'll probably make an honorable mention of him in a later episode, and we'll talk about his passing as well. All right. So as you can see, trying to get down. Yes, can get down. There we go. Sometimes it's trial and error, and eventually we get down. Alright, and there we have a treasure trove. We have something that we can open up, and we get all the stuff. How fitting that it's around. And these shrooms are just like our herbs. Alright, so our map is telling us to go down there. But as always, you need to be very careful, because in these cauldrons, we have to solve puzzles. Yes, number one. But number two, somehow these machines that have been created to hunt and gather out have found their way in these cauldrons. So we have to be very careful about what we do and where to do it. But it looks like our pathway is littered with containers. And like I said, with our focus, we get to see
Stocking up.
where these robots are. And so far there's nothing. Anyway, so that's the whole rundown of what has currently happened. Okay, we can't take any more of those. So what Aloy should do now is make some looks like armor piercing arrows. And some arrows are better suited for certain purposes. Okay, it looks like there's a little bit of a river. Water of the old world. Okay. Usually, one of the tall tell signs that there are robots ahead is when you have a lot of those shrooms lying around. That usually means that we're in for some intense shit. So we're going to pick that up. As you can see, Aloy has upgraded her satchel to take a lot of these shrooms and herbs, and we are almost up with all of them. Okay, so it looks like there is something up there because our focus has identified something over there, so we need to be careful. We can see that there's some shining up there, which is fine. I think we're nearly full up. Okay, here's our pathway. Usually it's a puzzle that we need to solve, and eventually when we get to the center of the cauldron, where we need to be, there is usually a robot. As you can see over there, there's a robot that is... Oh, a Thunderjaw. Yes. Okay, so the Thunderjaw was the monster that I was talking about, the gigantic ass kicker. So I need to be very careful because... Now, how the cauldron works is that you'll have watchers lying around, and this
these machines, I guess I'll have to look in more cauldrons.
And then the Thunderjaw is sort of contained. Now, when we finally access the start of this, then that machine is released, and we have to go kill it. Now, Thunderjaws are extremely difficult to destroy. So I'm going to have to be very smart about what I do. First thing that we need to do is we need to get rid of the watchers that are around. I'd rather want to deal with just the Thunderjaw when we're fighting. Nice thing about it is that this Thunderjaw is contained, so I don't have to worry about it. It's the watchers that I need to worry about for this one. You can see these watchers are circling this Thunderjaw. I'm thinking about, first of all, how I'm going to deal with this Thunderjaw. I wonder if tripwires will be a good thing to have, because I can trip it, so I can trip him around. Okay, so we have one, and we have to be very careful because I don't want, because if I take down one and it's still up, it will signal the other watcher, and then I'm gonna have a problem. So I've tagged the watchers. Perhaps I'm going to be lucky enough to deal with these watchers. I'm going to deal with them first, then this Thunderjaw is going to be easy to take out. Okay, so I don't see any other... Looks like it's three... Looks like there are three watchers that I need to deal with. Okay, so let's see. I need to make sure that I can take them out one at a time. I think that's my plan, though. I'm not sure. So I'm looking around to see, I'm guessing I'm trying to see where I can land, where I can put myself to make it easier for me to defend myself against this Thunderjaw. I think I might have a way to deal with this thing, but I will probably need to use traps, tripwires, and make a lot of them. I think I know what my plan is going to be, but I'll let you know when we start doing it, because I don't want to say that it is and it's not actually what's supposed to be happening. So just making sure that I have all my upgrades out and have the best weapons and everything that I do have at the moment. Okay, so I have resources, stalker lenses, I have what I need. Hopefully it will be enough. Okay, taking out everything. The supply boxes are quite nice. When you first get to, when you first speak to a merchant, they give you like almost like a welcome pack, and they give you stuff, and then That's how it works. The most valuable would be the purple colored supply crates and supply boxes. Okay, so I think it's time for me to deal with the watches. So first one is over there. Gotta be careful. Boom. Oh no, now I missed. And still missing. There we go. Now I got these buggers. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so now I go away. They've detected me. As you can see, it's in yellow now. When it goes red, then they will attack. Now you can see that yellow is pulsating. So they're looking for me. Eventually, if I spend enough time away, that will start going grey again, and then they will ignore me again.
See here.
Yep, there we go. So, okay, they've stopped looking for me. So now I can take that one out again. Looking for it now. See, he's still looking for me. There we go. That didn't help. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's one. Okay, now we need to look for that third one. Okay, that Thunderjaw is looking a bit more. Let's see if I can take it out. Nope, it's shielded, so that really sucks. Okay, make sure I've kitted up. Now I know that there is more than just 2 watches. I've got to find out where the third watch is. I'm sure there's a third watcher. Yep. No, or it's the Thunderjaw. I think I've... okay. Going down. I guess I was very fortunate about that. Okay. Right, so my plan for this Thunderjaw is I'm going to sit down a lot of traps. Okay, so I'm going to actually, in essence, make a booby trap, a gigantic booby trap. So a shitload of tripwires, and then I'm going to have those tripwires between me and the Thunderjaw. So when the Thunderjaw comes after me, then it will trip over that tripwire and hopefully take it out completely. If it doesn't, I'm hoping that I'm really hoping against hope that it takes out most of its health, so then I can take out the rest of it. I'm hoping, but I'm not holding my breath. I can now remember how I felt in this situation, because Thunderjaws are extremely difficult. The other ones that are difficult are these gigantic birds. I can't remember what they're called, but they shoot out thunder and lightning. They really are not something that you want to deal with. Okay, so here is the Thunderjaw. You can see the yellow parts of the Thunderjaw are pieces that I can shoot off and will make him more vulnerable. Unfortunately, with a Thunderjaw, even if you take those things off, they are extremely difficult to deal with. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is make sure that the traps are set. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is to make them. I just want to know where the access point is, because the access point is where I start, where I have to take this guy down. And the only way I can take him down is to start it that way. It tears down the shields, and then that is the point that I need to start my thing. Alright, I'm just going to figure out how to get up there. Okay. Is it here? No? I'm trying to figure out where the entry point is, the access, let's call it the hacking point is. The override point. Okay. That's where I came down. Okay, I'm guessing it might be that over there. This is definitely going to be... Ah, there it is. So this is definitely going to be... Oh, no, I didn't see it. That sucks. So those yellow glowing strips over there is the thing that I need to see. So it's actually up there, if I'm not mistaken. So I look around, and there they are. Those are the glowy pieces. So I have to jump up there. Like I said, I need to push that to override it. Now, I don't think now would be a good time to override, so I'm going to, as I said, goodness, I think I'm going to put those tripwires down. Am I going to do it now? No. So I'm looking around to seeing if there's any place that I can hide. That was stupid. Okay, it's time to heal up again. Okay, and then we'll take some of those shrooms. That wasn't the best idea, guys. But, of course. Okay, so I have an idea. The tripwires might do it, so I need to put down as many tripwires as I can. I think. Yeah, you see, I'm not going to be able to get up there. I think my thought pattern is to try and jump out over there to make sure that there's some kind of defense. But obviously I can't do that. So I'm not going to try. Eventually I will see that I can't do it. Right, so. Okay, I might just attempt to try and do it without doing the tripwires. But also, I want to be very careful. I'm trying to actually get out the borders of this. You see, it's not going to work. Okay, and now you can take those shrooms eventually. I guess not. Okay, it's quite interesting to see what. Yeah, see, I took those shrooms. So it's quite interesting to see my thought processes in my playthrough on what I actually thought I did over here. This is insane. Okay, it looks like there's another place that I can try. So, is it another place? Probably not. Okay. So I've been looking around. This is the place that I need to be trying to strategize, because if I don't strategize correctly, this guy's going to take me out. Okay, so as I said, the easiest way to do it is to lay down some tripwire. I'm not sure if I should do that. Yep, I think I'm going to do the tripwire thing. I'm going to need to lay as many of these tripwires as I can. I've never used these tripwires before, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I've used it as parts of tutorials, but you know what? I've never actually tried it myself. So I need to make sure that I make the tripwire, one tripwire there, and another one there. So I'm going to have to do the same thing. So as you can see, I'm going to lay down a crap ton of tripwires. There's 2. I want to see how many I can leave down as well, because that's 3 tripwires. Okay. 4th tripwire. I think there might be a limit. Luckily, these things don't disappear very quickly. Okay, so we want to try and leave as many over there as possible. And then make sure that the thunder door walks through there. I'm honestly hoping that this makes... I honestly hope this makes an impression, because if it doesn't, and it's a small percentage of health that it takes off this thunder door, I'm pretty much screwed. This is actually probably the Zeta is the difficult cauldron that I need to worry about. Okay, no ammo. that doesn't help. Okay, so I'm gonna put down the shockwave ones now. We're gonna make sure that this guy feels these tripwires, and I'm hoping. See, strategy is key, guys. You cannot just go in balls and all. You have to think about what to do. And if we do this correctly, this guy is going to fall. Nothing like a crap ton of tripwires to make sure that this guy goes down. This is the only hack that I can think of. And I don't think it's cheating. What do you say, guys? I don't think so. Okay, it looks like... Oh, whoa, it looks like those other ones on the other side are disappearing.
Just holding it won't scare them off. Need ammo.
Alright. Okay, so I have enough over there. I'm not sure if I can lay down any more. Doesn't look like it. And it doesn't look like I... Yeah, and I don't have the materials for it. Well, only one way to find out if this works is to take him out. Okay, so we need to make sure that the arrow... You see, I can't make any more. Looks like I've reached the limit. Oh, no, I haven't. Okay, we've crafted a few more, and let's see if we can do the same thing that we did earlier. I think I think they actually disappear after a while, I think. I hope they don't. Let's just see, he's going to be shocked to hell. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. Okay, I'm just watching those tripwires, see if... And I hope I put it in the right place. Okay. Right. That Thunderjaw has no idea what he's getting himself into. And neither do I. Looks like... Yep. It looks like we are good to go. Quite a few. I think those last ones are going to... Alright, wait. I'm going to put a few more in. So I have one over here. We're going to make him feel it. Okay. I'm actually very scared that if... that we might be... that this might not work. I'm hoping... It looks like... Oh, bugger. Okay, it looks like those ones are disappearing. I think so. So, I think there is a limit to how many of these guys I can leave out. And I'm not realizing it. Yeah, I've reached the limit. Okay, so there is a limit to how many of these things I can leave out. Which is fine. We'll leave them like that. Okay. So I think I've only noticed now that these are... Do I? Okay. So I'm actually leaving it a lot closer because I want him to feel it. I want him to know that Aloy, played by Frosty8536, doesn't take shit from anybody. Now you see, I think even the electrical ones are disappearing now. So there is a limit to how many of these tripwires I can put out. So this is the plan, guys. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll just be resigned to the fact that I cannot, that I really cannot get all the cauldrons. Okay, so the electrical ones are also disappearing. Oh well. So I put those up. I think the blast ones are the more effective ones. The electric ones, not as good. Okay. Right, so they disappeared. These are the only ones. So I'm gonna give it a try. I got a plan. I need to make sure that I'm sure he's gonna go out. He's gonna get his ass handed to him. Okay. So we need to make sure that okay, here we go, guys. Here's the big game. Alright. Okay, and we need to jump. And there he is. Oh! Oh! Did he do it? Did he hit? Oh no. Oh wow! Oh wow. Okay, it took out a lot, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. I have to take this guy out. Oh, I need to make sure that I go around. Oh, this guy is doing his thing. Okay, time to take the spear to him. Okay, it's working. Oh no. Okay, I don't think it's working. We need to take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Take those things out. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, alright. He's nearly done. He's nearly done. Oh! Oh my word. Am I going to take down a thunder drill? Oh my word. Oh yeah. Okay, so to anybody who was just watching that ingenious thing that I just did now, remember, if you want to take down a Thunderjaw, put down a shitload of tripwire, and you should be fine. That is insane, guys. That is intense. So, Cauldron Zeta has just been conquered by me. So all I need to do now is I need to find the place where I can override, and then I would be able to override a Thunderjaw. Okay, those purple ones are the most valuable of upgrades, so I am very chuffed with myself, guys. Who would have thought that the first episode of Season 3 would be me taking down a Thunderjaw? Probably one of the most difficult machines to take down. They are insane. They have like rear-mounted cannons. They are no joke. I mean, right at the beginning of Season 1, when I went through the wilderness, and I ran into my first Thunderjaw, I nearly died. I crapped myself, I have to say. So I'm so glad that we took this Thunderjaw out. You have no idea. Okay, so in the middle over there, you can see that there is I think they call it. It's a place there that I can override. So I override it, and I will officially be able to override Thunderjaws, the big things. And I think this is the last of the cauldrons as well. So
there we go. Information to help me override more machines.
Yeah. Let's see, what can we override now? We can override Curse the Darkness. We'll find out now. Okay, so these
cauldron data intrusions.
Thunderjaws, shock. There was a shock bird. Those shock birds are the ones.
Deadlier and deadlier year by year. Why? And what or who is Hephaestus? Another mystery to add to the list.
Okay, Hephaestus is a creature that I need to, or a person that I probably need to find. So really, guys, I'm very impressed with the way that all happened. Really, really impressed, and I hope you guys were impressed with me as well. It's not every day that one can defeat a Thunderjaw, and I think that was most of the episode that we're going to do today, guys. Is doing that final place. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, it looks like I'm going to fast travel to the closest campfire that I haven't been at yet, and then we're going to go there. It looks like a village, so we're going to go to that village and see if there's a merchant over there that we can harass and get an introductory box, introductory resource crate. And yeah, no, yo guys, I must say.
This must.
Okay, so we're gonna go
check
there.
in.
Okay, and once I go there and I'm done, then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I hope this is a friendly village. Okay, I'm hearing some things happening. But if I run away from it, then I should be fine. Alright, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a friendly place, so I'm going to just park over here for a minute. Guys, I think this episode has started off on a positive note, and I'm really looking forward to this season, and I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as I am going to. Okay, we're just checking. Usually our focus also tells us if this place is friendly or not, and I hope it is. Yep, looks like it is. It looks like one of those halfway stops. So we're gonna go there, see if they're happy to put up with my nonsense. Looks like a fort, basically. Okay, and just like the British soldiers, Alright, so great, guys. Thank you. Really good start to the season, and I hope you enjoyed it. And our next episode will be next week, Monday. So I hope you enjoyed this. And once again, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time.
Our hunger keeps us sharp. Our hunger keeps us sharp. Our hunger. I don't have time to talk to Outlanders.